Hi, Mike Trout here. I'm in Fukui, Japan, at Foundups house. It's a house that you can come visit, stay at, or members of Foundups.com can. We're launching sustainable innovations and basically a new kind of business model, a selfless one that puts planet first. So one of the projects I'm working on here is converting this little van of mine into a micro food truck and camper van. So the idea is to basically make this renewable powered. So I have 200 watts of solar panel on the roof here, and I'm laying everything out now, trying to figure out how everything is going to connect. This area here is actually going to be the sleeping area. I'm long, so my head reaches about here. So as long as I've got a pillow around here, I can sleep here, and the two boys, my boys, can sleep here. Here's a 3,000 watt inverter. Ultimately, I want to be able to hook up more power to it and use it. I may actually buy another inverter and not use a 3,000 watt. I don't really need a 3,000 watt. Probably need like a 1,000 watt. Now, one thing I'm trying to do is figure out where the battery's going to go. Now, in these little K trucks, the engine's underneath the seat. So I noticed I can actually fit two batteries side by side in here. So what I'm going to do is connect these in parallel. So that's negative to negative, positive to positive. And I've got a third battery that maybe I will mount. Well, I got to keep it upright, but maybe mount it up under here. All right. All right. With cables running down into here, into the so we have three batteries and basically in parallel. So the watt doesn't change, and ultimately the alternator should charge these batteries. Problem is it may not. Well, between the alternator and also what's going to charge this battery is MMP, right? So when I'll park my car out in the sun here, and as it's parked out in the sun, the batteries are going to get recharged. So, working on a lot of different things. I had to take out my seat because I just couldn't figure out. I was going to do a raised bed, but this seemed too much engineering for that. And I've installed, this is kind of a bitch, but this was some wood here that I can tie into. So I'm replacing these here and putting in some wood behind it and putting the things back on. That way I can mount things to it and it's going to stay. So that's kind of the idea here I'm working on. So join me in helping to save the planet with Foundups. Anyone can launch a Foundup. All you do is get your license. How do you get your license? Become a member of Foundups.com. Once a member of Foundups.com, you have access to using all the things that we're creating and to market them and sell them in your area. See, we are an open franchise in regard that anyone can join us for very little money. Together, we can promote the idea of sustainable living and share innovation like this within a global community. Foundups will save the planet. Startups have basically destroyed it by taking for the benefit of few. Foundups aims to give back. So join us on Foundups.com in helping us save the planet by launching your own Foundups. A Foundup can be anything as long as it promises to do one of three things. One is it will take 80% of any net profits and reinvest in launching more Foundups, scaling up existing Foundups, or supporting other Foundups, other people's Foundups. Number two, should your ideas become a corporation or business, you promise that you'll be an open peer-to-peer corporation. What is an open peer-to-peer corporation? One is, in the articles of incorporation, it is mandated that ultimately 80% of the net profits will go back into those three things. Also, it is mandated in the articles of incorporation not to support political campaigns or lobbying activities. Because ultimately, we need to get businesses out of politics. And we need to get senators out of the pockets of corporations. Because until we do so, we won't have a government that is free and open to the people. We'll have a government that is bought and owned by a few. So join me in launching Foundups and supporting. All these projects I'm working on is made possible by stakeholders of Foundups.com who invest a little money. As that money scales up, we can do bigger and bigger projects. You can come visit me here in Japan. Stay with me. We're setting up a Foundup house in Shikoku. We're setting up other Foundup houses around the world. And I invite you to be part of Foundups.